Bingo.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure. You could have given me some like weird pronunciation. Like it's actually Reliance.
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 There's a space. We just messed it up.
And now we can't take it back. That's our band name.
It's on a shirt, so
it's on our album, so we can't do anything about it anymore.
God,
there's no going back.
There's no going back. We already made the choice, but you were wrong still. So just want to let you.
So just so you know.
2,000 years later.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have a Reliance with us, and they can say their names, what they do in the band.
I'm Tommy. I do the vocals.
Oh, my bad, Tommy.
I'm Tommy. I sing and scream and stuff.
Yeah, I play guitar and do a lot of the songwriting.
I'm Edwin. I play bass and the occasional backup vocals.
Ah, there we go. We love a good backup vocalist. You know, that's
same, man.
You know, not enough credit, so we gotta give credit to Edwin here. Yeah, kudos. You know, but thank you guys for coming on. I want to give a massive shout out because recently at work I got a speaker and I've just been able to like connect my Spotify to it, and I'm almost positive I was listening to. I think it was Macari, I'm pretty sure, and you guys had come up as like a recommended like band, and normally I don't have the time to like be around my phone and look at whoever the band is, but I was listening through to, I don't remember what song it was, but it just like generated on Spotify, and I was like, yo, this is sick. Like, which band is this? So I like went back over to my desk and I was like, oh shit, like this band's awesome. Like, I'm gonna give him a follow, and then I gave him a follow, and I was like, whoa, they're like, you know, a decently sized band. So I was like, all right, I'm going to Instagram DM them and be like, yo, found you guys on Spotify. You're sick. Can you come on the show? And then they were like, no, we don't want to come on here. What are you talking about? Get out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we made them work for it.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, so we really sat on it a couple days, and we're like, I guess we'll do it. You know, we love giving back to the community. So no, but
hell yeah, man.
They were very cool, and I was like so stoked. So I wanted to know, guys, like, what is the origin story of Reliance? Other than just finding out about your band through Spotify, don't know about too much in regards to like the history of your band. So feel free to spare no expense. I don't have anything to do. Clearly, I should probably do my laundry, but other than that, I'm not doing anything else. So what, you know, give me the day one like storyline of Reliance.
Shoot, man.
Tommy, do you want to take this or should I take this?
Yeah. So we all kind of came from separate bands.
Okay.
Jordan, our drummer, who isn't here, I had a little side project with some friends with him. I know, what a nerd.
Me just going to a roast session at Jordan. They're just like,
just roasting for like 20 minutes.
Come on, man.
What a freaking nerd. Anyways. And then me and Tyler, we've worked on music together for years. We both played guitar, and I did singing back in the day in a different band, a little more metalcore sounding. Once we all kind of dispersed, I was doing like a little side project thing and just kind of writing stuff and writing lyrics to it, not really knowing what I was doing. Jordan hopped in, and then eventually we got Tyler in, and I believe Edwin has been kind of the outside source that we met through Jordan as well too. But this was back probably in like 2018 or 2017 or so when we all first formed. Tyler, if I'm messing up any dates, yeah, go for it.
No, you got the main process super good. I just wanted to add in like some finer details that I think were kind of funny. So as Tommy mentioned, we played in like a heavier band, and so Tommy hit me up. He's like, yo, I have this like solo project. I wanted it to be a little lighter, more like alternative, like indie rock kind of thing. But you know, let's play around, see what happens. And so we met up and we were playing, and I'm like, are you sure you don't want like a little screaming part over this? I think screams could sound kind of cool. And Tommy's like, yeah, I think we could have just a little bit of screaming in this one song. And then it's like next time we met, it's like, well, we could have like a breakdown in this maybe one part.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now we're back in like a hardcore, like full band. That's not a side project with tons of screaming. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing post hardcore now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I just put a guitar down. That's all I did.
That was a very long-winded way of just being like, yeah, I don't want to play guitar anymore. I had to start
Basically, man,
a whole new band just so I could be like, yeah, no guitar, man. Can't do it.
Yeah, man, I got asthma. I was like, I'm not trying to wear something on my chest and sing anymore. Oh man,
that's awesome. And I think that's really cool in the aspect of like you guys were like, yeah, I want to do something different, want to do an indie thing, and then meanwhile like post hardcore is like in the back corner, like, hey, what's going on? Hey,
yeah,
hey, I want to be your friend, and then he just immediately just grabs you, puts like a bag over your head and like drags you out.
Full Nelson's us.
Yeah, full Nelson's you.
I do want to like put a note on how Edwin joined because I thought it was pretty cool. Because him and Jordan worked together in the past, and you can elaborate more on that, Edwin. But we had a show planned, didn't have a bassist for the time, and Edwin was going to fill in on bass for that show, help us out, you know. And I'm in Denver, Colorado, so I'm not at practices. I'm not like working with Edwin. Everyone's telling me, hey, he's killing it. He's learning the song super fast, doing backup vocals. I'm like, sick. And then we do the show. Edwin kicks ass, and not only is he did he learn all the parts like crazy fast and really well, also it's just really cool. And so I pulled the guys aside. I'm like, dude, fuck having him as a fill-in, let's just have him in the band. Let's just like ask if he wants to be in the band like tonight. And it was just like the fastest like us of go all thumbs up and being like, yo, do you want to just be in the band? And
it was like,
it's been like a crazy like awesome fit ever since. And I want to make sure that we didn't miss that part of the band forming.
The funniest part about that too, Jordan, like me, it was back in the day when we had our prior rhythm guitarist, Matt, in the band. We all were meeting up for band practice, and we're like, yeah, we're going to try out this bassist. And I think there was like a little mix up in translation with Jordan. So Edwin shows up with a guitar and a bass, and he learned the parts on guitar like almost completely how he played it. Like it was pretty darn close. And I was like, sweet. Like I wasn't upset. I was like, dude, hell yeah. Like, cool. You can definitely play bass. So it just like worked out.
I showed up and I put the guitar on, and they were all kind of looking at me, and I was like, what's going on? I was like, well, I know any guitar. I can translate it to bass. But yeah, like they were saying, I knew Jordan. He was like one of the first drummers that I kind of played with when I moved out to LA. And then like, you know, years passed, we always stayed in contact, and he hit me up about this project. And I just remember like, you know, listening to the music was incredible. And it was also like, he's a phenomenal drummer. And so just having that opportunity, like I wanted to play with him again. So it was just kind of like the best of both, like great sounding music, awesome drummer. And then I met all the guys, everybody was great. And like Tyler was saying, I think the first time we met was actually at that show. Like we both showed up, shook hands, like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, because I think there was an issue with the practice or something. So we practiced just like guitars, and then we met up at the show, and we're like, let's do it.
And it went great. I was definitely in the mindset of like, you know, I'm filling in, I'm helping out. And then I remember Tyler just being like, hey, do you just want to like join? And I was like, hell yeah, this was so much fun. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
You're immediately on board. They were just no deliberation. They're just like, yeah, let's just do it. Come on.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean, you're sick. Like you came up with guitar first, and then I felt like Matt must have felt like, yo, are they replacing me?
No, he was such a good sport about it. He was like, dude, sweet. I was like, yeah, like, guess that's working out, man.
It would have been great.
You want to play bass?
It would have been great. If they swapped and he was just like, he's like, yeah, I actually learned the bass part too. He's like, boom.
Just sweet. Okay. I already know him. So.
I already know him. That's awesome, man.
We'll just flip a coin before
the first time we've had to demote a guitar player to bass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You just like, I feel like you guys just round robin the show.
Yeah.
Everybody switches off. You're like,
yeah,
so
I did, Edwin. It's definitely not a demotion. I'm just joking.
I was gonna say, he does backup vocals and stuff.
I like my job. As being like primarily a guitar player, I'm enjoying the change. It's nice. And like I will say also, like when we played at the Whiskey, playing bass gives me more freedom to kind of like run around and go nuts a little bit.
Dude. Yeah,
some of
dude.
those parts that you're playing, Tyler, are so technical. It's like you gotta be laser focused. You know?
Listen, man, I've been playing guitar for 20 years. I hear what Tyler writes sometimes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fuck.
I try to dissect it. I'm like, what is he doing right here? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Meanwhile,
great.
Tyler's like, I don't know. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just.
He's like, yeah, I wrote this on a 30-minute lunch break. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's like, I transcribed this from like an iPhone like audio
Yeah.
thing where I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It's
then
like, oh, okay, jeez.
But dude, the worst thing is like Tommy will know what I'm talking about because like we're both self-taught and so we don't know any music words.
same.
So someone will be like, oh, what key or scale or like how do I do this at all with it? Like give me any direction and we're like, no, can't. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
you
I
put
thought
your
you
hand
would.
here, and then this hand does this. Yeah, that's
this,
like the
this
max.
number goes here, and you put
Yeah.
your index finger here.
I'm like, wait, numbers? Is this
Number-
math class? What's going on?
Yeah, we're not a bunch of nerds with your dang numbers.
Get this theory out of here.
Damn a nerd.
I think
also
I've
think
asked
it's
you that before, Tommy, like what scale you were using, and I think your answer back to me was like,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
Stuff I figured out.
You clearly know this stuff. I don't. You know, just show
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Your guess is as good as mine.
I
bud.
just do the singing in the Scrammies. You know, that's it.
Yeah. The Scrammies and the
The
singing.
Scrammies do the singing. Well, I think that's great because I also like. I'm also self-taught, so I didn't like people ask me. They're like, "Oh, that's a really cool like guitar chord. Like that's like a C A like 5
Mhm.
whatever Q," and I'm like, "That's nice. I like that."
That's
and they're
cool.
like, "That's,"
Thanks, I
and they're
learned
like,
something
and they're like,
today.
"That's the chord you played," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know
It's an
that."
augmented 7.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
the-
oh, sick, man.
I called
Learned
it the horse,
something new.
the elephant shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same one?
Some crazy. This is the spider chord.
I just
My
call
hand
this
looks
the
like a
widdly
spider.
woo. This is my favorite chord, you know. And then the guy's just like, "Boy, all right,
Just what an idiot.
I'm gonna go back to Berkeley College of Music." Well,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I have to go back to reading my circle of
okay.
fits right now.
All right. All right. Okay.
I want to preface, I am just kidding. If people actually take offense to
Yeah,
this,
of course, of course.
I want to say that I will never measure up to the talent that you have if you've gone to music school. I just want to say,
Totally.
I'm an idiot.
I want to fully disclaim too. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I kind of envy people that know theory that can just be like, "Here's what I'm playing in theory," and I'm like, "Holy crap, you can do that? You don't have to like record a video or something."
Well, thank you guys for saying that because I feel like at the same point, I feel like I'm gonna get one comment that's gonna be like, "But I really liked your content, man. But like the fact that you decided
that
to just
theory
absolutely
comment?"
shit comment on theory,
Yeah.
I didn't like that, man. So
No,
I'm
super
sorry.
useful.
For the record, whoever comments that is a dork. No, I'm just I'm just kidding.
What a
Future
nerd.
commenter, I love you.
Just kidding. We're friends with everyone.
I also just think it's
Yeah.
hilarious that Tyler was just like, "Oh, that's such a nerd move," and meanwhile, in his background, he's got like that just makes a comment that much better.
Dude, okay, I have to do this because I've been calling everyone nerds, and just to let everyone know how much of a joke this is. This is
Oh my God, he's gone!
Just disappears
He
into
just
the
leave.
back unit.
I
Oh,
can't.
fuck it, no.
Oh, we can't even
Oh,
see.
So
that's
I'm
the
a-
D&D stuff.
I'm a
Oh, it's
giant
D&D.
nerd. This
Okay.
for the record. I play Dungeons and Dragons way too much, and
Same.
I am down with the nerd shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
I like how we are all like backpedaling. We're just like, yeah, so we're like
Just
totally.
to
We
retract.
are. This is a
Edward,
collective,
get
like a
something, get something nerdy. Go.
Dude, my whole room is dirty. If you guys could
That's
see,
true.
I have
Yeah.
like Funkos. I have a whole Legend of Zelda section over here. It's
Hell yeah,
video
dude.
game / music in this room.
Hell
I feel
yeah.
that. I feel that. But I also think it's hilarious because we're like all making that like atypical like YouTube apology video. We're like, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry for all the
Yeah,
nerds out
yeah.
there who have
I'd like
gone
to
to
start-
school and can read.
Yeah.
I'd like
We
to
plan
start my
ahead, man.
7-page
Just have
apology.
it all in one video. Have the insult and the apology.
Yeah,
one
and the
video.
apology all in one
Oh,
video.
we're good to go.
We're making a good character arc here, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
But I also think it's really cool that like I always whenever I have bands on and I talk about like the storyline on how bands get together and like you know, just the many ways that those things can happen. I feel like you guys have a really unique story, and also the fact that like Edwin was just like, "Yo, I'm ready to do both. Like, I'm just gonna put like the guitar on top, and then like the bass underneath, and then I'm just gonna do like the Michelangelo Bazzio kind of thing where I'm just
Yep,
playing
there
the
we
bass
go.
and the bass and
Yep.
the guitar at the same time." And then Matt's like, "All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm out of the band. Like, I can't compete with that."
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly how it happened too. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. Were you there?
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, I'm like,
spying on us?
yes,
Yeah.
my plan
10
worked.
feet in front of us with
Yeah.
binoculars.
And they're like, "Who's that guy out in like the parking lot that just has like binoculars, like just standing out there?" That's weird.
That's military grade.
Yeah, he's really. Somehow he like mic'd us up. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's kind of
How did that happen? This is crazy. Anyway, the next question I have for you guys is, who got you out on your respective instruments? Like, who was the first person you like saw like on a YouTube video or on TV, and you're like, man, I want to do music. That seems real sick.
Shoot. I think for me, it's like middle school time. I was listening to a ton of The Used, and like Under Oath and stuff like that. Those were what got me into vocals. Guitar wise, I think I had like a really close friend. Fun fact about me, I lived in the middle of nowhere for like years. Had like 10 acres, no, like hardly any internet. Like we'd run out of internet in a week and not have it for 3 weeks and crap like
My
that.
God.
It was super dumb. So I had a friend, and I'd always have friends over and stuff like that. Had a friend come over, he played guitar. So he kind of taught me some super basic things, power chords and stuff. And then I kind of took it from there, having all that free time on a farm, basically, doing that. So that's pretty much where that started. And then he kind of like influenced some of my music for some of my post-hardcore liking stuff. So it was definitely like The Used, Under Oath, freaking I'm missing some very important ones and I know it, so if it for any reason they come back to me, I'm going to do an honorable mention.
Just burn them out.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
not even a question. We're just like,
Yeah,
you're
2
just
minutes
like,
before we're done, I'm like, this band.
and I'm like, cool. And then I have to like
Okay.
cut that part and like drag it all the way up in the
Drag it
timeline.
back. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I know Tyler has some sick ass influences that'll probably jog my memory too.
So for me, I think my earliest memory of wanting to play an instrument was like my dad, because he played guitar and like was in bands when he was younger. But it's funny because he wasn't like a musician guy in his dadhood. It wasn't like he was playing all the time and like active and putting on records like some people, but like I saw him bust out like one time and I was like, that's pretty cool. Can I have one? And he's like, you're a kid and we'll give up your interest in 2 weeks. So no. But if you get like good grades, I was like in 6th grade, like if you get good grades, we'll get you a guitar. And I've never been more motivated to do anything than that. And I got solid grades as a 12-year-old, and then I got a guitar and I was like, yeah, this is dope. But then as far as like the first musical, like bands that were like getting me to want to play like rock and alternative, like AFI and Avenged Sevenfold were probably the first bands that I was interested in. And then I quickly learned playing like Avenged Sevenfold was way harder than playing like AFI. So I like leaned in that direction. But then it was like a hop, skip, and a jump to all the post-hardcore that like Tommy's mentioning. Like, Under Oath was a huge band for me. The Used was a huge band, like Silverstein, Scary Kids, Scaring Kids, like all the bands that were like the sing scream with the riffs in there, huge influences. And then from there, it's like, just opens up Pandora's box. But yeah, I'd say that's like my main group of influences.
Yeah.
For mine, it's kind of a similar story, actually. My dad played guitar and my uncle played bass. My uncle was a bass, like, jazz musician. Still plays. And I just remember as a kid, like, I would go over, I'd watch his band play, or like we would jam a little bit. And I always had that mentality of like, I need to get better so that I can try to hang with these like seasoned jazz musicians.
Yeah.
So like, I also like remember listening to Eddie Van Halen and like Joe Satriani and stuff like that. And I thought like some of the stuff they did was really, really cool. And I wanted to figure out how to do that. So that was early influence. And then, over time, my music taste changed. Tyler mentioned like Avenged Sevenfold and Scary Kids. Those were two I listened to a lot. And that was kind of when I was trying to figure out how to do like scream vocals. I was doing it completely wrong for sure. But yeah, like my taste has kind of gone back and forth. Like I listen to a lot of pop punk and I listen to a lot of metal. So those are kind of the two that I've been influenced by over the main years that have passed.
That's awesome. I feel like I'm kind of in the same lane as Tommy, where I also like grew up in like rural New Jersey, and like
Mhm.
I basically lived on a farm, and I would like my internet was not as nearly as bad as yours, so I'm grateful for that. But
Yeah.
I'd imagine you wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. But
No. Still no.
but I feel like for me, it's cool because like I can resonate with like all of your guys' backgrounds where like my parents weren't very musical, so I just kind of was like always listening to stuff because they would just play a bunch of like classic rock and stuff like that. And I think I had told this story in a previous interview, but one of my dad's workers was like he used to own like a landscaping business, and so this guy he hired was this like atypical like 80s hair metal, like you know the cut off
Sick.
sleeves, like the long
Sick.
blonde hair, and you're just like, man, I bet you this guy shreds. And then my dad was like, oh yeah, you should just bring your guitar and amp over like and hang out like after the day's over with. And he was like, oh yeah, let's do it. So he like brought it over, and he had like this like insane like emerald green like PRS, and then like a huge like I guess he had like a Mesa Boogie or something, and he like plugged that shit in,
Nice
and he
shit.
just starts shredding. And I'm like, bruh, like
Hell yes.
sign me up. How can I start
Yeah.
doing this? You know? So I also feel like, you know, musicians in that way are just like, if you know, like if you have that like tick in your brain, and then like it's like, you know, Winter Soldier, you just say all of the right words in the sequence,
Yep.
and then you're a musician. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
dude.
blackout period, and then you're a musician. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, and those words are definitely it's not a phase, Mom.
It's true. It's true.
We showed her, right, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, broke living at home. Woo, my favorite.
Take that, Mom.
Yeah. You
Oh,
said
I
I
miss you.
couldn't. You said I couldn't be anything, and you're right.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
And now I'm
sounds-
broke, so you're wrong.
you said I would be worth nothing, and I at least have $1 somewhere.
I love
I don't
it.
know where.
Yeah, I lost my dollar.
Oh
It
shit!
was
Now I
in
gotta
4
find it.
quarters.
Where
Where's
is
one of
it?
my quarters?
It was in my pocket. Oh man.
Might be in the laundry. I might have watched it.
Yeah, crap.
Meanwhile, you
My
open the
dog.
laundry. There's just a bunch of quarters like jangling around in the dryer.
Nickels, dimes. Just like I found it. My whole
Oh
dog.
yeah, and then you just drag them out.
Yeah.
I felt that was very personal to all of us. You know, we all go
Yeah,
on the same
absolutely.
wavelength on that. But it's cool because I also very similarly to you guys got like heavily influenced by like Under Oath, like Prada,
Yeah.
like August Burns Red. Those were like the first 3 like mega like metalcore and like post hardcore bands that I was
Definitely.
just like, yeah, Mom, I'm cool. I listen to this music. And then my mom's like, my mom and dad are like, why you listen to this? Why is this person screaming at you? What'd you say to them? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Why are they
Hurt
so angry?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
why so angry? You know? And you're like, it's not a phase, Mom. But I really feel like that was kind of the centerpiece on like getting into alternative music, and I'm glad that a lot of people, especially like within the same age as me, have gotten into those bands, and then ultimately like just made it a reality of like being in bands and like doing this, because those albums and like those bands I feel had like such a connection, and that was like the main reason. Like and I imagine very similarly to you guys, where you're just like, I got to do this. This is like, you know, it hits you in the soul, and you know, obviously still doing it. So kudos to you guys for like continuing to, you know, always perfect your craft and stuff. I mean, Edwin's like about like 5 years ahead of all of us right now, you know, because he's got the bass and the guitar on lock, and he's
Yep,
doing
yeah.
backing vocals. You know, you better
I
watch
still
out,
learn
Tommy.
Keyboard, man. That's the next.
Yeah.
one, keyboard.
Yeah, keyboard. Yeah, that's the one we all gotta. Tyler's
Like-
a great pianist, by the way. Pianist, not penis.
I've been known to be decent at both.
And skin.
You heard it
foods.
here first, guys.
Just go
Don't
full
ask
Florida
no
Will
references.
Cyrus, dude. and play
Tyler, like,
keyboard and
because
do a
we all-
backflip.
we're all decently versatile at different instruments too. I know we just we just milk Edwin for a lot of his. We're like, hey man, you want to fill in on guitar at some shows and then play bass and sing in others? I'll figure the rest out. Like it's a lot of that.
I appreciate that. It's like I appreciate that you guys are so versatile. Like that, I feel like when I have bands on that just are everybody's just like multi-talented, I just like look over at my guitars and my bass. I'm like, man, it'd be really cool if they weren't collecting dust right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I should write something. And then meanwhile, I'm like gonna be sitting here editing this part, and I'll be like, man, it'd be really cool if I was like, you know, working on some music, and then meanwhile, I'm like editing this video. Shit.
Hey man, craft's a craft.
It is.
The video editing and stuff too is also something to be very
Oh, thank you.
proud of. I wish I could video edit and do all that fun stuff.
I could teach you,
trash at it.
Tommy. It's all right.
Dude, please,
only-
sensei.
It's only 3 easy payments of 69 420. So
420. Hell
Yeah.
yes, dude. Hell yes,
Okay.
that is my price.
I have so many quarters for you. It's gonna be great.
Let me go grab my dimes.
Yeah, just, like, you're just jangling on into the video.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I'm so proud of you, man. You did it.
Laying my pants down. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to censor some stuff out. Oh boy, I'm not excited for that.
Sorry about that, guys.
But that's awesome. And then kind of to give you the follow up question to this, guys, like who influences Reliance? Like who are some of the bands that like I guess collectively you guys all kind of like draw influence from?
Ooh, shoot.
If you need a moment, Tommy, I got some, or do you want to go?
Yeah. No, do you think? I'm still thinking.
So for recent or like upcoming Reliance music and some of the newer stuff, Counterparts has been a huge modern influence on us. Like even though we're not as heavy as Counterparts, their guitar work like the style seems to find its way in a lot of the newer things we've been working on. I still think Under Oath is right there. It's like as relevant as it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So those are probably the two that comes to mind from a guitar writing side of things for me.
Definitely, yeah. No, I can totally agree with that because even some of the stuff I've written, I've been like, is this Counterpartsy? Like, and like same with like a few other bands because I like to really get down on some of the heavy stuff and write some unique heavy stuff too. I did Banshee, and that whole
Ooh.
intro kind of
Yeah.
came from like Counterpartsy, Gideon, like sound and stuff. And as far as like vocals, I don't know. I just tend to write what comes naturally. I've noticed a lot more of the emotional content I write tends to smack a little harder with like, you know, Lucid and Better Home and some of those other songs. That's just always kind of been my writing style. I've always wanted to write about emotional topics. I look at like a lot of the lyric writing as therapy, and I know a lot that sounds generic, but a lot of people kind of tend to do that as well too. But that's been a huge help with me, I guess, sifting through thoughts, sifting through life problems, anything like that too. But I can't really pinpoint an exact like modern lyrical influence. Under Oath is definitely one that comes to mind for like any of our instrumentals, you know, anything like that though.
Edwin, you have any to add?
Yeah, these two guys are my influence. Like everything they show me, I always really enjoy it. So like my mindset has always been, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And like whatever I can do to help, just let me know is kind of how that goes on my end.
How much did you guys pay Edwin to say that? I just wanna know. Like how much? Because I could also
All of Tommy's
30%.
nickels.
all Tommy's
69.1.
okay.
I give him like $6 in quarters.
But yeah, in all honesty, it's like I will give my input. You know, I'll point out stuff if they ask for it, or certain things I hear. I'll throw ideas out there, but for the most part, whenever they send over demos or something, I'm like, this is super awesome. Like, what can I do to like help make it better? You know.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
feel
also
that.
being humble though. I love asking for his opinion. The dude, he's done some like covers and stuff too, where even if I'm listening to it, I'm like, dude, this sounds so fucking good. Like,
Thank you.
just one of those things, right? I love finding stuff for Edwin to do because I'm like, dude, like as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, all right, we're doing something with this.
You're like, oh man, he's a great pianist too. Oh man, all right.
Yeah.
So then,
God, he has a great penis. I mean, a great penis. Shit. Sorry.
I feel like someone who's gonna watch this and be like, "Wow,
Yeah.
geez, all right."
God, unfollow this
Yes,
man.
yeah.
There's a lot of energy going on here, you know.
We just
Certain
love
type of
each other
energy
so
that
much.
should not go unmentioned, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It
But
really bonds us.
yeah, yeah. but I think the thing that got me about you guys, and just big salutes to Spotify on this one, but I feel like for myself, whenever I listen to artists and I'm like, like I get someone recommended because I know Spotify gives you like, okay, here's some songs you can listen to, and then we'll throw in some bands that you haven't heard of, and then you either like them or you don't. It's like a sink or swim moment. And I was like doing work at my computer and I was listening to this song and I literally paused. Like I was like doing some work on my computer at work and I was just paused and I was like, man, this is so unique. Like I had to kind of like just take a moment to like really intently listen to it. And I was just like, I gotta message these guys. Like it was just like that jerk reaction that I immediately knew that you guys had something like special and that for me, like as a music interviewer and hopefully like somewhat promoter kind of a thing, I was just like, people need to know more about this band because I was like real hyped to what you guys, were doing. And I wanted to like be able to go through and listen to more of the stuff and I went through and listened to some of the stuff that you have up on Spotify and I'm just like, God, I'm like, this band needs to be a lot bigger than what they're at right now. So if you guys could go check the links in the description, not to shill, but you should. You should do it down in the description.
yeah, dude.
Right there. So
Hell yeah.
do it up. But I
Appreciate
really,
the hell out of that.
but it was really interesting, and I feel like sometimes like with artists that I get on Spotify, it's like I could be like someone on the fence, but I think for the sheer fact that I knew immediately that I had to have you guys on is like, to me that's like that was important for me to get you guys on to talk about Reliance because it was, to me, it was immediately caught my ear and I was like, yeah, this is it. This would work on the channel. I don't know if they would come on, but like obviously you guys are here, so it worked out. But
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, shout outs to Spotify.
Thank you, Spotify.
Woo! There we go. The follow-up question I have for you guys is another one that I'm curious on your answer for. Obviously, I know about Reliance, but I imagine most people here that maybe watch this video aren't as familiar with Reliance. So what song would you recommend to a new listener to check out to kind of give you guys an idea of your sound and what you guys do?
Shoot, man. That's a good question.
Oh, thank you.
You want to do 3, like we all threw out our one?
Yeah.
Tom,
Tyler,
you go first.
No, you go
Okay.
first.
All right.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
You hang up first.
So I think the song that could work for like most people's taste and would be Lucid.
Ooh, yeah.
Lucid's definitely got like the most attention out of our catalog. And I think it's a nice balance of, it's got a lot of melody. It's like a really good split between like melodic singing, melodic guitar, and then the heavier vocals, the heavier parts, things like that. So it's a good introduction to both sides of Reliance because we go heavier, we go lighter. So if Lucid kind of appeals, then you're like, oh, then I'll probably enjoy most of what these guys have to offer.
Agreed.
I like that. Good pick, Tyler.
Heck yeah, man. Mine's a toss-up. It's either between Better Home, our newest one, because I feel like that is kind of like an alternate version of Lucid in a way. Lucid obviously has a completely different message, but same vibes where it's like we have a lot of the emotional, calm stuff. And I don't want to pick one of our heavy songs because I know we have some cooler ones coming out in the future. So instead, I'm just gonna hop over to Citadel, I think, off of our EP as well too.
Okay.
That one is good energy, and it's probably my favorite to perform as well too.
Mine's a toss-up too. I agree with Lucid. I think that one's like a really good like introductory one. There's an acoustic version of that song on Spotify too that's fantastic. And I really like Wilderness a lot. Wilderness and Glass Castle. I think those are probably 2 that I really vibe with.
Hell yeah, dude.
These are some really good choices. I think I had gotten the Lucid, because I was listening to Macari, so I think I had gotten the Lucid acoustic version, and I was like,
Oh,
oh, this
nice.
is really sick. And I was like, I wonder if this band's gonna sound like this. Because I always like, because it had acoustics in the preference, and I was like, "There's no way this is how the song is normally played." So I was like, "Let me actually go listen to Lucid, the actual track," and I was like, "Nah, this bumps." So I was already on board. So I was curious on what you guys were gonna pick, and then I think right after I got the regular version of Lucid, I think I got Better Home, and I was just like,
Hell yeah.
this is also chef's kiss. I
Hell
was
yeah,
all
man.
about it. So I'm gonna have to delve more into it, but from what the like 3 to 4 songs that I heard of Reliance, I was like, I swiped right on that shit immediately. If you guys were like
Hell
on a
yeah.
profile, swiped right, and then they said it's a match, fam, and I was like,
Hell yeah,
yes,
fam.
you're right, it is. You're right, it is. But yeah, check out Reliance, guys. Again, links below. Go give them a follow on Spotify, like I did. Don't be a dork. But if you are, it's okay. But
Yeah,
don't
it's all
don't
good.
be.
We won't judge you, but we will when this is off.
When this is over with, we'll be like, man,
Yeah.
that one
He'll
guy
edit
who
it
didn't
out.
do it. Yeah.
While we're playing D&D with Tyler. We'll
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Watch out for our future follow-up apology video.
Yeah. We want to apologize to all of Brandon's fans who, watched this video and said that we are all dorks. You guys aren't dorks. You're now
You're just a
losers.
bunch of
You just
nerds.
double down more.
Yeah, literally. Just going even
You're like,
worse.
this isn't an apology video. What are you talking about? And then you're like,
Psych, and then we throw up all our money that it's all change, but we throw up all our money
It's
that
all changed. Putting dents in our walls. We're
Yeah.
ruining our room.
destroying our hardwood floors.
yeah. Tyler's studio would be ruined in the background.
It's just wrecked, dude.
Dude.
Wrecked. All
He
of those
just fast
beautiful
forward
Les
pitches
Pauls. Yeah. And then you'd be like, oh, ow, oh my God, we should have
Oh, God.
changed up. That was a terrible idea.
It's like airsoft. What's going on?
But the next question I have for you guys is what are you guys currently jamming? What's on the Spotify? What have you guys been listening to lately?
Ooh.
I love
Tyler?
that question. Yes, let me do this. So, it's not a new EP, but it's one that I didn't really give the attention I thought it deserved, or I now know it deserves. But it was "I Let the Devil In" by Currents. It just kind of came back. I'm like, I'm gonna try this again, meh, and then I didn't stop listening to it for like a month straight, and I'm like, this is so good. So that's probably been my biggest like album, but the new Casey single "Atone" has been my main like one song that I've been listening to.
Dude, too good. I agree with Casey
Love
for sure.
Casey. Yeah.
I've been listening to randomly. So I kind of got into these guys a little late. It bumped me out. But Bill Murray or Bill Murray, I forget how to
Bill
pronounce it.
Murray, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, them too, man. That Letters EP, as well as like just some of their later stuff. I'm just like, it's great. It's for me with him too. It's like, man, some of the songs you can just tell he's just dicking around in, and that's like my favorite part because like it'll have all this emotional content in there, and then like just before breakdown, there's like random fucking
like
sound
meme
effects,
sounds.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
great. I
meme
love
sounds.
it.
I'm like, dude, this is great. I miss that portion of music sometimes.
He's like,
You know?
he's got like the
Yeah.
horn and it's
Yeah, the little crappy flute.
Yeah.
Crap like that. I'm like, dude, perfect. 10 out of 10. Wouldn't have changed it. Things like that. But I think them, and I know there's one other one. I mean, fucking hey, like tons of Gideon. I'm always listening to Gideon right now. Amazing.
Those new singles are so good.
Dude.
It's wild.
My lord. They're wild.
I just love how he dresses up like as a cowboy. That's like my favorite part. He just like comes to a rodeo, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah, literally.
and then you go up to him at a show and he's just like a sweetheart. Dan is an absolute sweetheart.
I
It's
know.
great.
I didn't know them personally. I had a mutual friend of mine and Tyler's, our old vocalist. He like got to know them really well. They're all super talented dudes. They all like sing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
And my favorite story that he had of them, that he was just like he met them and it was the first time he's like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" And all of them were like a quartet. They were like, "Hello, hello, hello, hello," and like stopped on cue. And he's like, "How you doing?"
That is amazing.
Just crap like that makes me love bands a little more when they're good sports, you know?
Just having a good time.
Yeah. What about you, Shredwin?
I've been listening to. There's like some bands that I like that have been putting out some new songs. Like Brand of Sacrifice had a new song
Oh,
out.
bro.
August Burns Red, I think, put out 2 new songs. I was
Yeah.
checking those out. Currents, his new album's pretty cool. I've been listening to that. And then going to Currents, the album I always come back to is The Place I Feel Safest. I can
Oh,
always put
yes.
that album on and thoroughly enjoy it from start to finish. And then other than that, like I've been listening to some Belmont.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The drummer.
Their
Dude, yeah,
drummer is nuts.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absurd.
He's a
Yeah, I
robot.
think those are probably the top ones on my Spotify right now.
Hell yeah.
I love that. Big salutes to Bill Murray. I love that dude so much.
Dude.
He is fantastic, and I'm so glad he's making music after like post Attack.
Yeah,
that's so sick. Also, the
For
fact
real.
that he was like in Attack and is now doing like basically like meme music essentially.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Good. Like top tier.
Like
meme
top
music, yeah.
tier meme music. Don't get me wrong. Like this shit slaps, but like
Yeah, fucking amen. Near by Bill Murray, that still gets me. That's from their 2017 EP, and to this day, I'm like, this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
it's a slapperino. You know, we love it.
Absolutely.
I also got to give a shout out to Currents too, because I know they have a new album dropping, I think like a month or two from now. So I'm very excited. It's gonna be
Hell yeah.
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be awesome.
stupid heavy. I'm
Hell
waiting,
yes.
you know.
I saw them live a couple months ago with Brand of Sacrifice, The Artist Murder.
Aw.
There was one other, I'm blanking on it, but yeah, they put on a killer show.
Hell
They're
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I've seen them a couple times, and man, I'm so excited to see them for like hopefully this album cycle, because I've seen clips of them because I don't know if the tour's over with now, but they're out with like Parkway Drive and Memphis Mayfire, and I've just seen them open up like arguably some of the biggest shows that they've played, and it's just like the sound in that room in the rooms that they're playing. I'm just like
Yeah.
chef's
Yeah.
kiss. It was just so good. It's like, ooh, you just like, I feel like I was in the crowd. I'd just be like constantly just like, I would just be having like the most like absurd faces. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
you're
Just
like,
the stank face.
"Oh."
I'm like,
you hear like the snare bomb and it like claps
Yeah.
through the entire room. And then luckily I brought
Shatter some
another chair,
eardrums.
you know, change of pants, because that completely eviscerated my underpants, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you do. Let us know
When
in the
you can feel
comments.
the bass.
Let us know if you crap yourself at shows in the comments.
Have you ever crapped yourself at a show? Let us know in the comments.
I thought that was our next question. I was about to
Yeah.
be like, holy shit.
I'm not prepared for this.
You're like,
Just, oh, damn. Okay.
is it? Can we leave? You know, like,
the hot
do I
seat,
have to
I
answer?
see.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, I did. Oh man.
The answer's yes, though. Confidently.
Yeah. And then we end the video off. We all just get like, we don't say anything. We just all leave. Like we all
Yeah.
come to the collective consensus, and we're like, yeah, that was not good. This will never see the light of day.
Yeah. All right,
But-
posted tomorrow. Just, oh, shit, dang it.
Oh, I meant to delete this. I didn't mean to post it. God.
Whoopsies.
Well, whatever. But the next question I have for you guys is a fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Oh, shoot.
Oh no!
tried
Comes to the question of which serious song and which joke song. 'cause
Okay,
this
give me-
comes up all the time.
Give me a joke song and give me a serious one.
Okay.
Listen, I'm all about the memes, you know, here. So
I know which one I want. If you
What's
guys
up?
do.
You go first.
I want to cover Mikasa by Bela Maya.
Ooh.
That'd be
That'd
sick.
be-
That would be
That
so
would be
fun.
so hard.
And I think you could definitely pull that off vocally and nail it.
It would be tough, but oh god, yeah, I would try. I'd need some help with screams, man. That dude's got the range of something else, man. Shoot. I keep going to In Regards to Myself. I keep going to
Ooh.
that one, but I feel like there's others that are coming to mind.
Oh my
And
god!
like since it's like two of my favorite bands, Under Oath and The Used, I would almost want to do like an old gem from The Used, like Buried Myself Alive or something too.
Yeah.
But I think those are my two serious ones. Tyler, what's yours?
I got my serious one, and it's "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
Yes. Never mind. We have talked about this for years.
We've talked about, dude, probably 5 years in the making.
Yeah.
Tommy's like, you wanna join my side project? I'm like, "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal. And then here we are.
Here we are now.
That's a weird way to say Reliance, but I get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, dude.
And I'm not kidding. 100% want to do this. I think it'd be so fun.
I just want to do the.
Ooh, yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Read on it, you know.
I just want Tommy to go, yeah.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time already. Creed. Oh, Creed. Creed's a good joke one that we could do though. Oh,
Arms
yeah.
wide open,
Anything by Creed. Yeah, I already got that down, man.
I could see you. I could just see you just, and then the music video is just a bunch of fans, and all of you guys are just like standing in the fans.
Green screen, yeah, just like terribly.
Yeah,
We're all
green
in
screen
white
terribly.
button-ups.
Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be great. How can I like monetarily help you guys out with that?
Dude,
Send us
if
your
you know
quarters.
either Seal, or Creed, let them know that we're down for a collab.
If you guys personally know.
Yeah, if I personally know Creed or Seal, I will let you know.
Watch Scott from Creed just be like, I'm down, man. Here.
Let's do it.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
You typed that yeah in there.
Is that Scott Zapp in the comments? That's so sick.
Oh, 1 sec. I got to grab my charger. Be right back.
But I
don't
like how
know,
he
was
just
that-
turned down the laptop. I appreciate that, you know? He was just like, I don't want you to. He's like, I don't have any pants on.
All right, we're chilling.
That could
I'm
be
just
it,
wearing
yeah.
the shirt. I just love
No
how you
pants,
turned
is
the
that
lap.
the joke?
I just love how you just turned the laptop down, and you're like, we're just like, he was definitely naked.
The room's a mess back here, man.
He
I'm
only
like,
does it in the
not
movies.
doing
Not
that.
pants.
It's all right if you were naked. I'm not wearing anything underneath this shirt, so yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys are on to me.
This is for my OnlyFans. Actually,
I'm wearing shirts as pants right now too. All I have are shirts.
you just staple two shirts together.
Just like 4 belts on.
You're like, man, he really does need those quarters. You're right.
Just like, yeah.
Oh my god. And then did you have a joke one, Tyler or Edwin?
Not off the top of my head. No.
Okay.
More Creed, probably.
More Creed. Okay, respect.
Maybe sprinkle some
Jam.
Nickelback in there.
Or
something.
yeah, Nickelback. Oh my god.
I love how some people would take as a joke. Tyler was dead serious and about
Dead
his
serious. I've already recorded the demo. I'm not even kidding.
I think it would be a good one.
Send it to me. I'll get
Yeah.
vocals on it.
Picture
Maybe
it's
like
not
a-
real.
We'll put the
Maybe like a Backstreet
I don't have
Boys
a
song
joke
or
one.
something.
Everything I say is serious. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean you were saying.
Pixar didn't happen. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So, guys,
Dude, Backstreet Boys. Edwin, that'd be sick.
Oh,
would be a good
that'd
one.
be kind of
Backstreet
tight.
Boys.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys could rip a Backstreet Boys song. You know, between like.
But I'll do
Edwin-
like the imitations on each voice too. Yeah, Edwin, we gotta like
We'll
imitate
layer
each
it.
one.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
do the
layer
whole-
it,
whole
yeah.
band.
I gotta be a nerd real quick. 1 second.
There
Dude,
we
in the
go.
wise words of I don't actually. I'm not going to say that.
Retract. I love it.
He thought about it. He was just like,
These
nah.
repercussions are beyond us.
It's a part that
Yeah.
would probably get edited out immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
depending
my,
on how severe it is. Yeah.
yeah. My rap name is Young Asthmatic or Lil Lungs, just so we all know.
Lil Lungs.
Lil
I'm working
Lungs.
on it. First hit single's called Asthma Attack. What's good?
A one-hit wonder.
Yeah, exactly. One hit, I get it. Oh Lord.
And then my
We
second,
completely
then my,
derailed
then my,
this.
and then my second, then my second song is "Out of Breath" because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be out of
yeah.
breath.
Take my breath away.
Yeah.
That's the love song. Yeah.
Take my breath away. Okay, yeah.
Don't even get to say away. I'm like already having breathing
Yeah.
problems.
It's just you on the. It's like take my, and then it cuts to you on the floor. You're like your
Yeah.
hair is on the ground. You're
Yeah.
Dude,
Like blue in the face.
like,
Tommy, like right before a breakdown in the audio, you should just hear you take an inhaler and hit. And then
Yeah.
Bro, I'm working that in somehow. We're doing it. every show.
I see Tyler like trying to laugh about this, but meanwhile I can feel like him slowly dying inside. He's just like,
No, he loves this stuff.
and then meanwhile
Love
I'm
it.
gonna get like an Instagram DM and he's gonna be like, I actually didn't love it. This is subverting my
I'm gonna be
expectations
real.
here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real for one quick second. Tyler is a sleeper with how funny he is. The dude he's probably the funniest one in the band and has the best stories. And I knew the dude for like years. And like we didn't really hang out a crazy amount until like maybe like a year into the band. Then we
Dude, like a
started
year
all
in the band, I
collectively-
didn't see. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like this dude just starts just shitting out these hilarious stories. I was like cry laughing. I'm like, Tyler, what in the world? It blew my mind.
That's why he couldn't tell us that joke
Thanks.
earlier. He didn't want us
Yeah,
to
yeah.
just start crying laughing.
Exactly.
I respect it, you know. Respect the
Exactly, man.
you have to, you know, you'll have to save all those moments for your stand-up career, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, we're getting there.
I appreciate the support. You know, my parents said that going to clown college would be a waste, and I'm like, look now.
Well, look at me now.
Look at me
We
now.
showed her
Look at
twice.
me, yeah. Now I'm a musician and a clown. That's awesome.
Yeah, every parent's dream.
Check out all these quarters.
You wish you had this many quarters.
Exactly.
Oh my god. That's awesome. Well, guys, if you have any suggestions for Reliance, drop them in the comments in regards to a cover song. I'm sure they'll check them out. Who knows? Maybe it might be, maybe you might see a cover song from them. Just saying, you know, can't confirm
Oh,
or deny.
absolutely.
The next question I have for you guys is, what is your favorite food to eat?
Chicken.
Sushi.
Anything chicken. Fried chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken salads. I'm a sleut for chicken, man.
All right, are we going like meal or like ethnicity of food?
I mean, you do whatever you want. It's your favorite
All right,
food.
I'm gonna go with meal. So oyakudon, like Japanese like chicken egg bowl, so good, so like oniony and saucy. Oyakudon is the shit.
Hell yeah, dude. I heard
Love
chicken, so I'm about it.
Tommy's
As long
like,
as
it
there's
falls
chicken.
under my umbrella.
It's just selective hearing. Yeah, he's just like,
That's part of my
chicken.
food group.
I
heard
love chicken. It would make sense, you know. You did live on a farm, so I mean, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's coming full circle here.
We
Anytime
didn't
you-
have chickens. The neighbors did. I just every morning tackled them and down and beef feathered them. It was weird. It was weird out there. It's not a true story. For people in the comments,
neighbors.
don't think I'm tackling chickens.
That should be your
Oh,
next
Lord.
band shirt. Is you just like they like green screened you
Asthma
jumping?
attack.
Yeah,
chasing a
you
chicken.
have your inhaler in hand, and then there's a chicken running. It's like a fucking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ocarina time where you're like chasing the cuckoo.
Tyler,
Yeah.
new shirt idea right there,
Yeah.
dude.
There you go.
And then
Dude,
all
it's
the
like
other
one of those
chickens come to
classic,
attack you.
One of those classic hardcore band shirts where it's a live photo and they're holding the mic out, someone's stage diving. But like we Photoshop out the crowd and it's just a bunch
Just
of
a
chickens,
bunch of
just, Tommy's, like,
chickens.
just diving straight
Yeah,
onto
just
it.
diving in.
Yeah, please. I would pay very
Oh,
good money
God,
to buy
yes.
that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. If only.
now I'm gonna have to find like a live photo of you guys and cut out all the people and make
Yeah,
it for you guys.
replace it with a bunch of
They're like
roosters.
chickens. A bunch of chickens. Guys, if you want to see that merch design, thumbs up this video and I'll do it. No joke.
All you got to do is give
Zero
us
cap.
one follow on Spotify, and we're there.
There's a very low bar to entry to getting chicken merch. I just want to let you know. The next question I have for you guys is one of my favorite questions I like asking, which is if you guys could have a dream collaboration on an up and coming Reliance song, who'd you absolutely love to have on?
Good question. Shoot. Tyler, do you have any more? Edwin?
I have too many. That's the problem. Is like I thought of 5 that I'm like, well, so Neil deGrasse Tyson would be sick. This was turned on to me by
What?
old player Matt. Where
Oh,
just
yeah.
like as like the instruments cut, there's a sick like outer space like monologue where he's talking about the universe.
would be
bigger
pretty
than us.
I just
All.
can't believe that's
Boom,
what
and then the breakdown just kicks in. Um,
What do
We
you,
wanna
is it
be
gonna be
educational
like?
for
Is
the
it gonna be
children.
like that scene in Doctor Strange where like he gets like kicked out of his body, except for you green
Yeah.
screen like you just green screen Neil deGrasse Tyson's into it. He's just like, so this band Reliance is from California. They're a great, like.
Yeah. It'll just
He
be
doesn't even
like
talk about science. He just talks about us in our
Yeah.
own song. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
It'd be the most meta thing ever.
I am really interested in doing collabs with people who are not in like the alternative genre. So like, again, Seal, that'd be sick. Like a sick R&B interlude where we bring it down, make it a little like,
You're really-
romantic,
you're
and
really,
he just does his thing.
Really laying into the Seal thing. I appreciate it. You know,
he really
Fucking
wants to
love
come
it.
in that song.
you really want to collab with Seal. I appreciate the drive. You know.
But I'll pick one from in genre to just keep it.
No.
I think getting
You-
Winston.
You already picked Seal and Neil deGrasse Tyson. I feel like that. You know, we're vibing with that one. Unless you want to
Yeah.
throw another one in
Alright.
the mix.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw another one out there because why not? I've had too much coffee and I can't contain it. So, Winston McCall from Parkway Drive, I think would be like my favorite like heavy vocalist to get on just like a straight like banger heavy track.
What a
That'd be crazy.
collab track! If that all three of those people showed up, Seal, Winston McCall, and Neil deGrasse Tyson, I feel like that's a joke in and of itself. You know, all three of those people showed up, and then Reliance was like, "Hey, so you want to be a part of our music video?" And they're like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Yeah, you got all three of us. What's good?
We all showed up at a bar together, so I mean, come on.
Yeah. Edwin, anyone standing out to you? I'm still thinking.
I'm still thinking too. You said did you say Parkway Drive, Tyler? Right?
He did, yeah.
He did, yeah.
I'm blanking on his name, but he's the guy that played in Kill Switch and produced their like earlier albums, like Killing with a Smile.
Oh, Adam D.
Oh, Adam D. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be one that
That'd be a sick one.
That'd be fun.
See, with me, it's like I want to collab with people that like I'm kind of buddies with also in a way.
So Seal.
Seal,
Obviously.
absolutely.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And
Just
Neil
Scott
deGrasse Tyson,
Stapp from Creed. No, honestly, as because I noticed you have the poster back there, I'm gonna go with Movements. We're buds with some of them too, so that'd be a
nice.
cool one to like hop into something with Patrick or something like that. Or Brandon from Counterparts. Those are like two modern ones that I'm like that would be sick. If we're going soft and heavy, I'll say Patrick for a soft song, Brandon for a heavy song. That'd be tight. I don't
That would be
know
awesome.
Brandon at all, but that would be pretty cool.
We got connects somehow.
Yeah, we'll
somehow
figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out. I'll just
spam
tell
him
him.
on Twitter.
Yeah, either that or I'll just tell him like I'm a K-pop idol, and then we're good. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
We're
you know,
chill.
I just.
Baby,
Yeah, there we go.
baby metal. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. BTS baby, what's good?
Yeah, I'll just do this. I'll do the like typical thing that
Yeah,
they do,
there we
like
go.
that. Yeah, I'll just do that, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I got you. That you knew the
He's like,
secret
"Oh."
word, the secret
His
code."
eyes just widen. He's like, "Are you serious?"
Did you just do the code, the K-pop code to me?
You're
And then
in.
He's like, "You're in. What do you need me to
That
do?"
works.
And he's
What
just
can
like,
I do for you?
I was like, "Can you collab with this band Reliance?" And he's like, "Got you, fam. No problem."
Yeah, done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately. I'm not even gonna
That
ask
easy.
for money.
And that's
I'll
how
pay
the
them.
music industry works.
I'll pay them.
I'll give them so many quarters.
So many quarters. Guys, comment below how many quarter jokes we've made in this entire video.
I think
Love
that's
to
like
know.
7.
Don't worry, we're not done with it yet.
Don't worry, I'm
so
keeping tally.
don't worry.
Got a notepad here.
Meanwhile, Post Brand's like, oh my god, how many times are you gonna fucking make this joke? God, get a new bit, man.
All right, I'll switch to dimes. I'm sorry.
Okay,
guys.
sick. All right. Nice. Guys, if you want to hear this just like a mega collaboration track that like brings literal worlds together, what I need you to do is I need you to go on Twitter and I need you to tag Reliance. And then I also need you to tag Neil deGrasse Tyson, Parkway Drive, Counterparts, Creed, Adam D from Kill Switch Engage. Might as well while
Yep.
we're at it, Kill Switch Engage. Also while
Just
we're
in
at
general,
it,
yeah.
we might as well just tag Howard Jones. So tag Howard Jones, goated vocalist, voice of a generation, and then just for shits and
Tag
giggles.
America's Got Talent for any contestants that want to hop in.
and then tag Movements, and then also tag like Scarlett Johansson. So there we go, guys.
Perfect.
Tag all of them. Type in collab
Feature us in the
question
new
mark.
Marvel movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're actually doing the new song for the next Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. So just you want to you heard it here first. Exclusive.
You heard it here first, boys.
Yeah, I just want to let you know they're gonna be making so many dimes off this song. I can't even believe it. So, guys, check it out. Collab question mark, and listen. If it's tweeted and it's on the internet, it's got to be real. I believe that's the powers of the internet. So
That's how it works.
and
That's
you
how
know
I
what?
think. That's how I figured it out. When
Exactly.
I finally got internet.
Yeah. Because of the chickens, all the chickens.
Yeah, exactly. All those chickens.
But those damn chickens. But yeah, if you want to make that happen, that'd be kind of sick. And then like if you want to like retweet that, and then that'd be kind of cool. Just saying, not forcing you, but like if you did do it, it'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
We won't judge you,
we won't judge you, but like we might.
but we will. We're gonna. We are right now.
The next question I have for you guys is another favorite of mine, arguably my most favorite question that I ask here. I am a huge video game nerd, so the next question I have for you is, if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Whew. Damn.
Coming out with the gate with all the questions.
I think I can see Edwin pondering like a month.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
Dude, he's
I
like-
was just I was low key waiting for Edwin to just turn around and just look at all the shit on his walls.
He's like looking around his room and stuff.
if I could be the character and live in that world, I'd have to go with like Ash from Pokemon or something and just
Hell yeah.
exist in that world.
Hell yeah. That's as
Let's
well.
go.
I
Let's
don't know if
go,
you can see it
baby.
from here, but there's some.
Oh,
OG poses.
yeah. Let's go, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wait, now I gotta do it.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, Edwin. See, look.
Nice.
I know
There
the
we
vibes,
go. There
I
we
love
go.
it. Yeah, I still got all my card collection.
Tyler, what about you?
All right, I think I'd probably be Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Dude.
Because for those of you who are unfamiliar with Cloud's story, he was kind of a super loser, and then a bunch of bad stuff happened around him, and the actual cool guy of the story got like murked. And then he just came back to his hometown and was like, hey, remember that real cool guy? That was actually me. And no one challenges him. They're just like, okay, fine. And
I
then
guess
his
that's
other
we
guy's
believe
girlfriend became his girlfriend. He had like sick hair. I have I'm jealous of people with sick hair because unfortunately I don't have the hair anymore. So between his dope hair and the fact that he just like stole another guy's life with zero repercussions and became like this huge hero, that seems pretty cool. And the adventure he went on afterwards was nice too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Tyler's the anti-hero.
Shoot, man. I'm gonna go with an easy one. I'm just gonna go with Master Chief.
Woo.
Save
Walk
the
around with my
world's
virtual
millions.
girlfriend Cortana, Be like, yo, nice ass Siri, stuff like that. Call her the wrong name all the time.
Oh, the wrong name.
Oh,
She's
God.
like,
That's
she's
some
like,
red pill
Master
shit,
Chef.
Tommy.
I like make her call me Master Chef instead.
Master Chef. And then Gordon Ramsay comes out. He's like, this
Yeah.
means delicious. I love it.
Just bullshit.
You
And she's like cussing at me. I'm like,
You just shoot him with a rocket
kidding. I
launcher.
love that dude. Jump 90 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Got him.
Got him. It's a legitimate
that.
strategy.
Yep.
I appreciate everyone's like answers. I love that Edwin and I, had that bonding moment about Pokemon. Tyler was just like, "How big of a dick can I have?" And that was great. I love that.
As big as a
Guys,
sword.
this is the big dick moment here. Just want to let you know that's we spotlight the biggest moments here. And then Tommy killed us with just like the Siri joke. I love that. That was great. I
Nice ass Siri.
totally not expecting that, but just absolutely insane. Also,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Halo, fantastic game, great
Love it.
series.
Still to this day.
Not the show though. The show not good.
No, never.
No.
No, not that
Not good. Don't watch it.
No.
Play the
Yeah.
video games, guys.
Ugh.
Remember that.
Yep.
So, kudos. Love the answers, guys. The next question I have for you: if you guys were to compile a dream tour lineup, including Reliance, would you love to go out on tour with?
Shit. Okay. I know we don't fit this sound at all, right? But Loathe, I just want to watch them live every night. That's all I want to do. Loathe, they're amazing. I still love their heavy aspects. It'd probably be like them. Oh man, what's another like current band? I'm trying to think that someone else take over. I'll figure some others out. Hold on.
Currents, counterparts, and movements would be fun.
Ooh,
Yeah,
And that's like another reason. It's just because I want to watch them play.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I'd be about that. Tyler?
Tyler?
Yeah, just so I don't have crossover, because I agree with Edwin's lineup so hard. But it'd be Parkway Drive, Silverstein. Who would be the next one? Seal, dude. I'm gonna double down on the Seal, man. If I can get Parkway Drive, Silverstein, Seal, and Reliance. Tour of the fucking ages,
Dude.
Yeah, no, I definitely, whoever, but Loathe has to be in there. I'll take any of those, especially Seal though, but like Loathe for sure.
A Seal and Loathe together
Yep, Seal, Loathe,
for
and
one
us.
night only in California.
In Orange County.
Oh my God. I appreciate that. I appreciate that Tyler is doubling down on the Seal. You know,
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
could have easily picked someone else, but the fact that, you know, Seal, if you're watching this, I just want to say, our good homie Tyler decided to just double down on your music. You know, he feels
Just
like
so you guys know.
he
Make it
feels like
happen.
you belong with Parkway Drive. I just want to let you know how serious that is.
dude.
He's
Kiss from a
watching this.
Rose
He's like,
featuring
oh my
us.
fucking
Oh
God,
my
Reliance.
we're
you're
not
so-
even featuring him.
I feel like you guys would have him open the show. You're like, yeah, this insane
Just
local
Kiss
artist
from a
Seal.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah,
Just Kiss from a Rose, though. That's
just
that's on.
I
It's like
feel-
we got one song tonight.
he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything else. I mean, right?
Yeah, sound guy like kicks him off 3 minutes in. He's like, "Come on, we got to wrap it up."
We'll just open and close the night with that song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go. He comes back out.
He
later.
does.
Comes back out.
He does your encore song.
Yes, dude.
We're like,
Oh,
wait, we
Lord.
asked for Reliance to do an encore song, and everybody starts booing him, and then he's just
Yeah.
like, a kiss from.
Yep.
Dude, if people boot Sealed, I'd jump in the crowd and start hitting
Start
everyone.
fighting.
Yeah, that chicken picture that we're
Yeah,
gonna
that-
get. Yeah, that's gonna be Tyler. Right
That's gonna be real, yeah. And then also the fact that your audience is just gonna be all chickens.
there. Exactly. Yeah.
This is gonna be
Yeah,
a really
chicken
wild.
shit because they don't like seal. How dare they?
Oh my God, this is great. I love this.
This is a great interview.
Somebody who's gonna watch this is gonna be
Another
like,
time.
"What the fuck did I
Yeah.
just?"
What kind of band is
Yeah.
this? dude?
We're a Seal cover band. Come on, can't you?
Yeah.
Come on. Can't you?
You said
Can't
you
you?
said
How
you're
many-
a video editor. We got to make it a challenge for you. Find what's
Oh, I love
usable.
The guy,
Exactly.
the first person who watches this is just like, "How many edibles did I take today?" God.
Am I on something?
Yeah, I feel like
Something
I am.
coming out of my vents?
Yeah, just like a bunch of weed just pouring out of the vents.
Just,
Oh my
shit.
God. I'm like, oh man. And then meanwhile, Tommy's like out on the mic. He's like,
Yeah. The Benadryl.
the Benadryl
kicked
finally
in.
kicked in.
Yeah.
It was all a
It
dream.
was all a
Yeah.
dream. Oh my God.
Wake up at 11:01. Oh, crap, I'm late.
Meanwhile, I'm still sitting here, like the camera's still on, and I've just like gone about my day. I'm like sitting here editing. Oh my God, Tommy, you're
Yeah.
back. What's going on, man?
Oh, hey,
What's up,
guys.
dude?
Yeah. Great interview.
hey.
And then you're like, I mean, he's like, you said that really weird shit about chickens earlier, and man, that's the
Yeah,
last thing I
that's-
remember.
Yeah, it's a Benadryl talking.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I'm actually vegan. Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
just start talking chicken a lot, and then everybody's like, I thought he was. Is he vegan? I thought he was vegan.
He
It's
said
so weird.
chicken was his favorite food. I'm like, no, I'm vegan, dude. I lied that whole interview.
It's the Benadryl
Weirdest
talking.
lie
Man.
ever.
Yeah, it's the
Most
Benadryl talking.
obscure
Man.
things.
Yeah.
I've never even played Halo. I don't know what.
I don't even know why I'm here. Who are these guys? I don't know who they are.
Yeah. Who am I?
I think I joined the wrong Google Meet.
I had a job interview just now. Sick of these quarters.
I work for a laundromat, you know? Where
Yeah,
else am I
yeah,
going to put those
exactly.
quarters at?
Exactly.
Anyway, that was a great tangent, guys. But we're gonna move on
Yeah.
to the next question, which is, in your opinion, who puts on a great live performance in terms of the bands you've seen?
Shoot.
I'll go.
Yeah, go for
Uh,
it, dude.
Two of the best live bands in my opinion, the two best live bands in my opinion, Coheed and Cambria and Capstan. Wildly
Ooh,
different
yeah.
bands
Yeah,
at wildly different sizes, but they're the two bands that every time I see them, not only are they flawless with their musical performance, but the performance itself is always like off the charts. Like I saw Capstan a couple of months ago for the second time, and I'm like, the first time I saw them was amazing, and they can't do that again. That's like tip top. And then I'm like, oh, all three of you are great vocalists. You're doing 3-part harmonies, and all of you scream, and you're doing spins while you're playing like gent over pop punk. Like, okay, that's insane. So for those listening, if you haven't seen Capstan, do it because it's super good. But yeah, them and Coheed and Cambria, fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Loathe, for sure.
yes. Oh, bro.
Their live shows are crazy. And oh Lord, I know I'm missing one other. Shit.
He'll come back.
Edwin, go. Yeah,
Circle
Edwin,
back to
go.
it. I saw Thrice recently, and they put on a great show.
Oh, nice.
And then, but I will say, what takes the cake is when I saw Fit for a King.
yes.
Hell yeah.
They're nuts.
They're insane. Like their bass players, like I swear he was a ballerina before he was a bass player because he's doing those spins.
Those spins,
he's got like the head
dude,
turn
yeah.
with it, and then he like crowd surfed to the bar. He's like playing, and crowd
Got a
surfs to the
drink.
bar, takes a shot, crowd surfs back to the stage just in time to do more
I
spins.
was kidding. He
No,
actually did it.
He did. He's playing. He took a shot, went
Yeah.
back, did the spins. It was.
That guy definitely fucks. That guy fucks. I found out my other one though. It was Bad Omens. Bad Omens.
Oh,
surprised. They did
nice.
oh my god. I hadn't heard them and like really listened to them until I watched them
Same.
live because they
Yeah.
hopped on a last minute show. I'm over here in Spokane, Washington, but they hopped on a last minute show when Spirit Box and Under Oath were rolling through. And obviously that show was great. I had like all my expectations were met, but I think Bad Omens caught me off guard because like their production value live, his performance, like everything was just top tier. I was like, oh my god, like that was it made sense. I was like, yeah, these guys are definitely really good. But yeah, I recommend them too.
And they're popping off now, so big salute.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Bad Omens.
Oh
They're-
yeah,
they're great.
definitely.
But I also give a shout out to Tyler's pick Capstan because like
Yes.
I've seen them a good handful of times. Luckily enough to like interview them a couple years ago, and they're one of those bands that you see live and you're like, this is really sick. And I kind of did the same thing Tyler did. They can't be as good the second time around. Yeah. And then I go and listen to them the third time. They can't be as good as a third time around. 3-part harmonies, like spinning,
Yeah.
screaming.
Jeez.
I'm like,
Great band.
where is my talent? I need to know where
Spare
does
some.
that
Come
go?
on, give it
Yeah,
over.
give me. I need some of the talent, you know. And then
Yeah.
so I got to give them a salute. And then I also love Edwin's pick about Fit for a King. Like Tuck, big salutes to Tuck. My man knows. My man is the human equivalent of a Beyblade. My man does not.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The band goes out and they just let him rip, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
they just
real.
yank on that string.
Yeah.
And he just goes out, dude.
My man just goes spinning. But he is probably the most captivating person I've seen live, like in terms of like just being able to sing live and then also just like I don't know how. Like I would get so like disoriented spinning that much and like trying to figure out where everything's at, or I would feel like I would trip and then like land into the drum set and then like
Yeah.
you know, like
I can't even walk in a straight line sometimes on
Yeah.
stage. I'm like slipping out on cables. I'm like, oh Jesus, whoa! You guys see that? That was a close one.
and then meanwhile Tuck's just like spinning
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's child's play, man.
Dodging
He's like,
headstocks
he's like,
to a
you'll be
bass
good
and
enough
stuff.
one day, you know.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do those
Oh,
live
Lord.
performances. But yeah, big salutes to him. I'd love to.
Heck yeah.
I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, seeing them in a couple weeks on their headliner tour, which is very sick.
Nice.
It's crazy. So, wow, bless you, Tom. You're
Oh,
welcome.
did you guys hear that? I thought I muted it.
No, you did
I
mute it,
unmuted
but
it
I
for
just
you.
I
Okay.
still
I
saw
needed
you.
to hear it.
I still
Okay.
saw you. Yeah. I just wanted to be
There it
courteous,
is.
you know. There you go.
Yeah, of course. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
the asthma, you know.
The next question I have for you guys is a favorite TV show, favorite movie.
The Last of Us right now. Last of
yeah.
Us has been, oh my God, I've been
So good.
on the edge of my seat up until, I'm waiting till tonight. I'm going to watch the new episode with my roommates. So that's my favorite TV show. Favorite movie. Oh crap, that's a really tough one. I've been really digging Dune, the new Dune again. Yeah, I'm in and then like Lord of the Rings, anything basically like nerdy as all hell. I love Star Wars, like anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Nerd.
Fucking nerd, dude. I have like the same answer, but
I
you're a
can't
nerd.
believe you would say that. Especially after I asked a video game question.
Yeah, yeah. What if I was like, yeah, Wreck-It Ralph? Like
The live action Super Mario Brothers
Oh
movie.
God,
Yes.
no, no.
Oh Lord, the
Oh,
one from
no.
like the 90s or
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
dude,
no.
hell yeah. With the actual plumber dude in there.
Yep.
I
The
would go
Goombas.
to Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Last of Us for sure.
Hell yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the game. So
Yeah.
like watching them do it right is amazing. And even the deviations they take is just fantastic. Movies though. Yeah, it's maybe like the John Wick movies. I love those movies.
Dude. Yes, I've been rewatching those again.
Yeah.
Killing sprees over dogs. I'm with
Dude, yeah. Those movies are awesome.
We
Yeah.
love dogs, so
Oh, of
salutes.
course. My dog's outside doing something. I was gonna pull him in, but yeah, he ain't here. Hope he's not dead. I'm gonna have to kill a bunch of people.
That's his Tommy's arc now.
Yeah.
It started
This is
off with this
origin story.
interview.
Yeah,
It started off with this
yeah.
interview, and now he just they're like, we have to like I get this random phone call, and I have to like pick it up, and it's just like,
Yeah.
hey, so do you know Tommy? Blah blah blah, and I'm like,
We have
yeah,
his dog.
I was like, I just interviewed him. Why? What's up? And then they're like, well, we killed his dog, and then I'm like,
yeah. And I hang up.
and then they're like, and then Tommy's like, I have to go, and then you just see him leave.
I scoot out of the way. This whole wall behind me is just filled with guns. I'm like, they've awoken something
The boogeyman.
deep inside of me.
Something that
Tyler
Benadryl
would-
can't even put down.
his one and only weakness. Don't tell him.
That's why you have quarters. You bought so many damn guns, Tom. Tyler, what about you?
Favorite show's probably the OG Vikings, not the Netflix Vikings. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
nonsense. But the OG History Channel Vikings was the shit. Loved it. Love me some Ragnar. And then movie, I have to go with Lord of the Rings series.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's as much fun as I just made of Tommy for being a nerd about the same thing. I also have that opinion.
Dude, they're so good all the way through. I don't
They're
care
so
what
good,
anyone
and they
says.
still hold up. They
Yep.
still hold up.
Still.
I
I was like 8 watching those, and they're still good, man. It's been like 2 decades.
I also just think it's hilarious that like Tyler brought out the D&D book, and then he was like, "Nerd, Tom,
Yeah,
you're such a
nerd."
nerd." And then meanwhile, he's like,
Yeah, do
well,
you like
actually,
elves? I don't have any books with elves in them.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I actually love Lord of the Rings. I watched
Lord
the
of the
director's
Rings
cut.
was my
Yeah,
the extended edition.
I
all
watched
the
it.
no
Extended,
others.
yeah. Why doesn't Netflix put the he? I feel like Tyler would just double down and be like, say a bunch of nerd, like, yeah, you guys are nerds, and then meanwhile he's like signed the change.org thing to just for Netflix to put up like the
Yeah.
director cut on like Netflix.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
he'd be like, this movie really needs to be on Netflix, the full thing.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
sit there for 18 hours and watch all 3 movies together.
See, I was gonna go.
I'm
So
not
it's
mad
either, like,
about
Lord-
that.
it was either Lord of the Rings or he was gonna be like the Seal live video.
Yeah, the
or something
documentary
like
that will be made about Seal once we collab will be my favorite.
That'll be
movie.
my new favorite movie.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Well,
Oh Lord.
this is great. I hope Seal watches this. Seal, I know you're
Dude.
a subscriber. Thank you for watching. I
come on,
appreciate it. You know, but
Thanks,
come on.
Seal.
Do
Your
a
support.
favor for me? I just, I would appreciate it.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, guys. You got it. Anything for the fam.
Of course.
The next question I have for you guys: if you were trapped on a desert island for the next month, and there was one album you could bring with you to listen to, what would it be?
Dude, I've said them 3 times, but I let it in and it took everything by loath.
Yeah, let's
love it,
go! The 3-beat!
Jack, I still listen to it.
Yep, I said it earlier too. It's the place I feel safest album by Currents, probably.
Hell yeah. Good choice, too.
I would do Good Apollo on Burning Star by Coheed and Cambria, the one with
Nice.
the big red 4 on it.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome home,
Grand
baby.
choice there, too.
Love it. These are all great choices, guys. If you haven't checked out any of those 3 albums, first of all, what are you doing? You need to go check those out. What's wrong with you? Like, I don't
Come on.
like you need to do that because they're all great. But yeah, I love that. The last thing, guys, I know we could talk about chickens for until the cows come home.
Of course.
But but I have a very serious question that I feel like somebody had explained this to me where I kind of like just goof and gaff for like about an hour or whatever, and then I completely just hit you with like a multiple choice like exam at the end. So this is the multiple choice exam part of this interview, so I hope you guys are stoked. Studied up. I hope you studied up, because if not, then I'm definitely failing you. But the question I have for you is, obviously, to me, I am very passionate about interviewing bands. On the date I'm recording this was actually the day after I have celebrated 7 years of doing YouTube, and
Hell
so
yeah.
thank you. And
Congrats,
so
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I absolutely love doing this. This is a huge passion of mine, and I love being able to support bands and like help them grow. And I think for me, it's cool to see people's journeys as artists and how they're able to do this, because realistically you could be doing anything else. You could be living out your normal day and just not really have any sort of connection to making music or doing music. But the question I have for you guys is, why is this a passion to you? Why do you guys spend your free time or extra time making music and doing Reliance? Because realistically, for a normal person, they're like, why do you spend time doing that? That's kind of like, I feel like that's a waste of time, unless you're a musician, then you like get it, but like, why is this something important to you guys? Why do you kind of continue to come back to writing music?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like each one of us will have different answers too, but mine, this is like one of the things that I excel at as far as like doing any of that. I've always felt like I had a spot in music for sure with anything, whether that was guitar, whether that was singing. So it's a huge form of like I said earlier, it's a huge form of therapy too. It's like I don't think that I would be the person or just even remotely as happy-go-lucky as I am if I didn't have this outlet and these awesome people to kind of like do this with too. So I think that is like one of the big factors as to why I do it at this point in my life still too. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Tylenol, Edwin.
Tylenol. You want to go first, Tyler?
Sure. I don't know why I do this. I just do it. To be honest, it's not something I think about that often of like, man, I need to do music. I love music. I'm just like, I'm done with work. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I wrote a song. Here it is, guys. It's just something I do. So the way I put it is I have hobbies. And those are the things I like to do. And music's something I can't not do. It's just something that like is a built-in part of the life that's like I can't remove it. Like I wouldn't want to remove it. But it's just kind of always been there. Like it's always something I've enjoyed. It's always something I've been like interacted with. So there's a lot less conscious into it, especially like I don't write lyrics. Like I don't sing in the band. And so I have less of an emotional connection to it than like a mechanical, get my hands on something, creative thing, feels good kind of thing. So yeah, it's a little bit esoteric, but yeah, it just happens and it's cool when it does.
That makes a lot of sense. Like you definitely worded it in a weird, like a good way, because I've been doing it for so long too that it does feel like a normal routine. But I will say, like, playing with other musicians and when everything just locks in and like the parts work out well, or when you when you create, even if it's like in the early stages, like the demo form, and you make something, I feel like nothing kind of beats that feeling of like creating something that didn't exist before. And then when you hear it, you're just like I don't know. I love that feeling that you get when you write something and you're like, yes, like I don't care if anybody else doesn't like it. I like it. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like painting pictures with like noise, basically. It's like it's just like a weird type of serotonin hit that you kind of get when you do this stuff. It's definitely something that I like. Tyler said, it's like it's a part of our lives at this point too. I've been doing this for over 20 years now, so it's like, yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna keep creating music in whatever way we can, you know, and yeah, if I don't, there's something wrong.
That means the chickens
And
got
then-
to him.
Yeah, exactly.
The chicken's
To
got
double
to him.
down. I want to double down on like what Edwin says is like making something that we're stoked on, that feeling. Like if you write a sick guitar riff, or like, you know, Tommy will send over, because also for those who don't know, Tommy also like writes full songs for us too. So like all of Banshee, Tommy wrote and recorded, minus recording of the drums that Jordan did. He wrote that song. So like
There's no
Tommy
way
will
I'm
also
writing that.
write. Tommy will also bring like sick guitar riffs and like things like that. But the feeling of getting that cool whatever it is a huge driver, because we really don't write songs for anyone. We write songs for each other. And so what I mean by this is like, I want to write a sick part because I want to be like, I want Edwin to see this sick part. I want Tommy or Jordan to see this sick part. It's almost like when you're goofing around with friends and you're telling like stupid jokes because you want to make them laugh. That's kind of like how we do the band. And like, I think just because our goal is to just make ourselves stoked on it, that it translates. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We've been fortunate enough to have the response that we did doing, you know, our first EP and everything too. So it's like we just kind of want to keep that ball rolling. It's super nice to get, you know, the messages from people that are still being like touched by Lucid in some way, or touched by some of these other tracks too. And it's like, hell yeah, it's like those little driving points. There's so much that goes into this huge, like, giant machine, you know. It's like there's so many factors that play into it for me, and I feel like for everyone else as well too. But yeah,
No, I feel like it's a, you know, like obviously everybody looks at music in a different way. You know, everybody has a different lens on like why it's important to them. I think for me, it's like obviously you guys, like that's something that's a part of your life, very similarly to, you know, me doing this. And like I don't think that I would be the person that I am and interviewing like people that I like don't know at all. Like I would argue like 95% of the people that I have here on the channel, I don't like. We hop in a call and we all start either like getting along immediately, or like, you know, you have to build towards that like friendship. And I imagine that's kind of similarly to being in a band. Like obviously if you guys, you know, aren't in a room together, you're not doing this, then those like that chemistry in that way that things kind of pan out may not like fully connect until, you know, you guys are in a room together, or if you guys play a show. And I think kind of the biggest compliment that I feel like I can give to bands is like if I can see a band and I know that they all are like locked in and they're all like they all have this like emotional connection that you can't like really put words to, because it's you can see it. Like you can see that you guys are all having a good time playing together live, and then have that sort of like interconnected thought. And I think that that's really cool, and that I feel like that's the kind of like ideology that you guys were going about answering in some sort of way, that I really appreciate, because I feel like as seeing musicians for as long as I've been seeing bands for, like that is kind of like the unspoken truth. Like you can see it in a band and you know that they're like all collectively want to do this. Like it's not just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is like, you know, this is something I just do in my free time. It's like something that you like, it's second nature. You already know you want to do it. You love to do it. And like whether or not, because some people might view this as like, oh, well, they didn't seem like that excited about like doing this music thing or whatever. And I'm like, not everybody has like, you know, that deep connection. But if you see them live, which I imagine like, you know, if I saw you guys live, I would get it more so than like having this in words. Like, I feel like if I saw you guys live, I'd be like, okay, I get it. Like, that all connects.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. It's just, it's one of those things. It's a lifestyle at this point. We weren't kidding when we said it's a lifestyle, Mom. Like, it's one of those things.
It's real, Mom. Okay.
Yeah. This is a thing. One of those. But yeah, no, I totally agree with what you said. It's definitely it's something that you can't really put into words, but it's something you can definitely see. Something you can definitely like feel. It's there.
Yeah, they hate all of them. Each individually hate each other. So like you can tell, just the rage within inside of their bones is so strong. It's like it's just emanating through this entire interview. So if that wasn't the vibe you were getting, then might want to get that checked out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're wrong, man.
You're wrong because it is.
No, they're awesome. Like I said, Reliance is absolutely sick, and this is the perfect segue to tell the people where they can find you at, guys. What you have coming up in the next couple of months, and anything else you want to plug,
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, so the best place to follow like what we're doing is Reliance Band Official on Instagram, and on there you can find a snippet of our new song Spectre and Smoke that will be out March 5th everywhere streaming exists. We're really stoked on it. Has a little bit of a chunkier, like heavier edge to it than some of the songs we put out recently. We're really pumped on it. So March 5th, that's out everywhere. Follow us on Instagram, Reliance Band Official. That's where you'll post up-to-date news. And for merch, relianceband.com. If you want it, we just had a new merch release, limited run, brand new designs. And that's where you can find all that fun stuff.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Well, guys, go check out Reliance. Again, big salutes to Spotify on the dub here. Been giving me some good ones, so massive salutes to Spotify. You should pay your artists more. I'm just saying. That'd be really sick. But in the event that doesn't happen, which seems pretty likely, I still want you to go give a follow to the boys in Reliance. Absolutely killing it right now. Very stoked for the new song. By the time this interview comes out, the song will be out already. And I just want to say there may or may not be a reaction video to said new song. So just
recommend it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just want to say it might be out there by the time this comes out. So you should check it out as well. I'll leave a link below to not only give these guys a follow, but if you want to check out the reaction video to the new song, you could also leave a link there as well. If you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. It will also be out on audio formats. But listen, I know I always shill for this, but I'm objectively there are like 3 other hot dudes in this video call with me. So I just want to say if you didn't watch it, then be a little bit upset. Because I feel like it would be a personal attack to me and Reliance. If you didn't show up and watch the video.
Yeah.
But I can understand. But if you do listen to it, on traffic, like on a drive home or something, like that'd be cool. But you would win more brownie points if you watch the video. So that'd be kind of tight. Yep. Just saying, we're not
summed it up perfectly.
No personal attack, but we definitely would be a little angry. So
just no personal attack. Just don't harm my dog, and we're cool.
And don't harm any chickens, guys. All right.
Yeah,
so,
the dog and the chicken.
The dogs and the chickens. But anyway, please seriously go check out Reliance. They're awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm so excited to get more in depth, delve into more of their catalog because they're absolutely killing it. So please go check them out. And thanks to Reliance for coming on today. Appreciate it, guys.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate
Thanks for having us.